So on a normal late spring night, beautiful night like this, it's beautiful weather. I was just thinking today, on a night like this, I will be going to Center City Sips or some events where people are having fun, maybe even bar hopping, right? That's what people do. But of course, in pandemic quarantine, we don't have that, so we are going to have a wine walk. What is wine walk, you might ask? Well, we've been stuck in the house for a while, so we've been coming out for walks. And then of course, I've been thinking it would be nice if we can go to a bar, sit outside and have a drink, but none of that's happening right now. So I gotta get inventive and creative. So we created wine walk, but we still walk with a little wine. And hopefully that got your blood flowing a little bit. Maybe that will even help with the exercise.
I don't know, we'll see.
Well, we're gonna start walking. Oh, we just started walking and it's about, what, 8:30, 9 o'clock? And then we usually walk for 5 miles, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And let's see if we can do that with our wine for 2.5 hours. I'll see you in a minute. So it's been 45 minutes. How many miles have we walked?
1.78.
1.78, almost 2 miles walk. Now we walk from where we live, which is a quiet, kind of like a school neighborhood, to the main, I guess I would call this a town, right? The main town area. For those of you who don't know, we're in Lower Merion Township in Pennsylvania, and Lower Merion Township is township buildings right there. We're about to go into a strip of main business. We're about to go past the main street, with a lot of businesses. Hey, we patronize some of these businesses sometimes, right? There's a Mexican restaurant that we go to.
Yep.
There's a taco place that we love, but I don't go to anymore because they were mean to us, or me anyway. And then there's my favorite whiskey bar across the street that this one refused to go to because of why?
Because you're always mean to me in there.
I'm not mean.
You are. You always get into an argument with me.
Well, maybe I get into
there.
Maybe I get into an argument because you're not mellow when you drink whiskey. Maybe you become spicy when you drink whiskey.
No, I get mellow when I drink whiskey.
No, then we wouldn't argue.
It's you. Maybe you don't get mellow when you drink.
Well, I don't get mellow, but you say stuff that makes me want to defend myself. How should we say that? Right? So, alright, so this is the main strat. And I miss coming out here. It's kind of cool. I've been around here for 20-some years. I went to high school right down the street, and it's always a nice area. Never really fit in. Do we fit in now?
I don't know.
I mean,
Sometimes.
they don't bother us necessarily, but didn't you say sometimes you still feel some kind of way for being in a uppity area?
I guess I just realize I feel more comfortable with people who come from humble beginnings and understand.
And this is not a humble beginning area?
Well, if you were born and raised in this specific area, then maybe not so much.
So what makes it not so humble?
Well, when I think about humble beginnings, I think about, when you live paycheck to paycheck, or you're not sure, if you're going to be able to pay all your bills, or...
You had a paycheck? Because I didn't.
You always made more money than me. So
Well, I made money, but I didn't have a paycheck. You gotta hustle.
Well, either way.
This is not a place for hustlers. This is a place where you get money just because.
Or you're a hustler and then you come to this place.
Well, our kids will probably be fine here, but I never fit it. Hustler, not trust fund baby.
Why are you recording?
So this is my old stomping ground. Let's show. This unassuming store was mainline Turkey about 20 years ago. This is one of the first job. Well, this is the first job I had in the suburbs, and where people actually treated me with a little bit of respect. and I was doing the same thing. I was delivering food for Jewish Turkey Deli, mostly lunch orders to offices and residences, and nice place. Owner treated me with respect. I don't think he liked me a whole lot, but I was the delivery driver, and I was a good worker, and I worked hard, so that's all that mattered. And from here I moved on to better things. I got my first office job after I finished being a delivery driver, so that's why I try so hard to that's why when we were moving I tried so hard to come back here, because I had a lot of history here and always strive to be more than what I was, and being around rich people in a nice area kind of make me feel like I've done the right thing. Maybe I don't need that validation, but I got my chip on my shoulder, right? That's what she always says. So, is it wrong with having a chip on my shoulder?
Well, I think when you know you have a chip on your shoulder, then you're able to choose what you want to do with that chip, and it's more dangerous when you don't know that you have a chip on your shoulder.
Well, you know, my chip does not give me anger or frustration. Well, some maybe a little bit of frustration sometimes, but it's just my driving force. It makes me motivated. It makes me want to do more, to achieve more, and that's always been that way. I see things that I want and I don't have, and I don't want to admit that I cannot get it. I know I'm capable, so it makes me work harder. So look at this posh area we're walking through. How do you like this area?
It's really nice. I like it.
It's called Suburban Square.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like an outdoor mall now.
Yeah.
And you'll see in a minute, there's a place for the kids to play, nice to walk. Before all this quarantine stuff, they have ice cream, pizza shops. We can come out here and hang out. We're actually going to do a video out here, but then it was when the weather, we got shut down before the weather turned better. So, Boo, how do you feel about living in this nice, posh, suburban area?
I like it. It's very peaceful. It's peaceful, and it's very family friendly, family oriented. So I like it.
You know what's weird? We live maybe less than 5 miles from here, and did you ever know this existed? Or have you ever come here?
Yeah.
So it's a world apart of what you can get life-wise. You know, we live here, it's a different kind of living, and if we go 5 miles that way, it's the city, and go 5 miles the other way, that's going to be a different kind of suburbs. It's interesting how we live in these pockets. Maybe we should change that. Wow, it's 70 minutes in and 2.5 miles. This is when you usually give up and not be able to give up, because we're halfway done the walk. So you still have to walk home. So how are you feeling right now?
Tired.
And dark.
You're telling me I feel dark?
No, you look dark. I can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, you glow. So.
Well, maybe you should drink more wine. All right, so this is halfway check of our wine walk. We just turned around from my midway points. Now we're going towards home now, and I would say that she's less talkative now than she was earlier, but that would be a lie. So
you're mean.
Maybe she we'll check in a few minutes. So I don't know if I said that to you before, but you're kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
Just my kind of color.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking here in the dark. It's been how many miles now?
3.3.
3.3 miles. An hour and a half-ish into. So we come to this point. This point holds significance to us. Why?
Because hopefully we will be homeowners on this block.
Yeah, so we've been looking for another house to either move into or fix and flip. And behind us, you can't really see it, You can't really see it, but it's a large stone colonial that was for sale that needs to be completely rebuilt pretty much, but it's got good bones, as they say, and it's in a really quiet neighborhood, as you see. So we're hoping that we can get it. All right, so it's, what time is it now?
10:47.
10:47. We've been walking for almost 2.5 hours, and it's 5 miles now. We're almost home. We did our path, or our journey, our route, just right, so we get 5 miles. And what do you think?
It was an excellent walk.
Excellent wine walk.
Mm-hmm.
And see two birds, one stone. We combined exercising and drinking at the same time. I don't know if it really works, but hey, you gotta try.
At least we walked off what we drank. At least.
Yes, that's a very good plus. So this is day-night quarantine edition, and we will see you guys soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Now we're gonna go collapse.